Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so today we're going to be doing a video on should you summon for the MASAKI and ISSHIN end of month banner. I'm going off right off the bat. I will say that there are a few things that obviously I can see why people aren't the biggest fan of. A lot of people aren't very happy with the filler, as I've seen, but that's almost every single 1000 above our banner, unfortunately. I really wish they would actually make it better on the regular, but it seems like they just never really want to. They're going to drop one character in there, and that's about it, except for the big banners like end of year and probably anniversary and part 2 anniversary, which is unfortunate. It's a 2-character banner, and it's very close to anniversary. That's like the only things that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like if this was in like February, March, April even, I would have been like, yeah, I'm going all in. But if you want to know what I'm going to do already, personally, I'm going to be doing 5 to 10 steps. That's it. Now, mainly, it's not even because of like their kit. I just really like MASAKI, so I'll probably be going for her. I do need another power character though, and I wouldn't mind getting another mind character. So if I pull either one of them, I'm fine. But mainly going for MASAKI. Hopefully, I can pull her. This banner will be dropping on the 31st in about 21 hours as of me uploading the video, approximately, so be on the lookout for that. Also, let me know down below if you are going to be summoning. Kind of curious. It's not a lot of people are from what I've seen, so I will say that. And then these are the individuals. I never showed them last time, but ISSHIN's does not look that great. It is Baragon, Nerge, and Renji. Renji's a good link, I guess. 30% full stam link, but no recharge nowadays is kind of yikes. He, I believe, is a droplet link, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, he has that going for him, but outside of that, no use. And then I think Baragon's a really old resurrectable character, if I'm not mistaken. Or that's a different power Baragon that I'm thinking of. Either way, basically no value. And then MASAKI's actually isn't too bad. She has 2 side nag characters. I think this Tsukishima is okay. But I know that these 2 are pretty decent. Melee Human and Melee Espada, if I'm not mistaken. And then Tsukishima might just be an arena character. I think I'm thinking of the power Tsukishima. So either way, 2 decent characters on the banner. Not bad. That is the 21st. And I want to say you'd be able to see what the next end of month is by the time that drops. Because the 27th, it's a 30. Yeah, you should literally see... No, I think it literally leaves the instant we get end of month news, actually. Unfortunate. And then ISSHIN's is till the 21st, so you'll see what mid-month is. You can see what mid-month is, which I assume is probably going to be an insanely easy skip. But yeah, let's go over MASAKI and ISSHIN, then we'll go over the banner filler, or the banner, the banner filler and the rates and whatnot, the discounted steps and whatnot. Yeah, it is here until the 15th, so keep that in mind. And then MASAKI is a very good power character, probably going to be the best power character in the game. I think, obviously, kind of depends on how she feels and how her strong attacks work. Not too sure exactly what her SA1 is. It's either the Hollybell's SA1, the Technique one, or it's Quincy Ichigo's SA1. I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but it's one of the 2, and I'm really hoping it's Hollybell's. But she is an Espada killer. Her soul trait is SP boost of 40%, so 8th anniversary Ichigo is going to be insane. Innate skills, Sprinter +1, weakened duration -100%, and then Sharpshooter. She also has the attainable skills of Havoc +20%, Frenzy of 2, the Debilitator 5 seconds, damage to paralyzed enemies +40%. She has Poise, an extra SP boost of 80%, so 120% SP boost, absolutely ludicrous. Berserker has 60%, Devastation has 60%, and then the Team Party Power Attribute Quincy damage to status and when affected enemies +40%. So right now it's only her essentially is the only power Quincy that you would ever be able to use this with, but she has an insane chance of proccing her status summons when she's against Arrancars or Espada, which is exactly what she's going to be against in GQ. And then potentially down the line when we get another powered Quincy character, hopefully she works well with that new character down the line. That would be a bigger boost for this character. She also has the increased status summon chance against Arrancars, which is in the same GQ as Espada, which thank you for pointing that out because I was stupid and tired and thought they were separate. And then she has recharge at 12%, so very, very nice, very, very good. Her SA Which strong attack was it? It was our SA2? Yeah, so she has a SA2 barrage attack. All attacks have paralysis, so if you actually hit the boss in Guild Quest with her barrage, they'll actually be paralyzed so they can't come up and hit you, which is very, very nice. Because the thing with Yumachika, I would constantly hit the boss, but they would like push out of the strong attack and not be able to get hit, or they would have a really far attack and hit me. But with this, I think it's going to be a bit better since it's paralysis. It'll keep them there, and hopefully you don't have any of the side mobs just get hit once and then just hit you, and then you lose all your damage. Also, she is ranged strong attack, so she's ranged Espada, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that is pretty much it for Masaki. Gonna probably be top 1 or top 2 best power character in the game, and I absolutely welcome it. I hope we get a super pot farmer for the end of the month of June. That's what I'm hoping. Mind and power super pot farmer, and then anniversary. Honestly, hopefully another power character. I'm not gonna lie. Power and tech is what I'm hoping for. But now let's go to ISSHIN. So ISSHIN is going to be the mind character. He is a Quincy killer. He has the SP boost of 40%. So this is the second mind one with 40%. You could give Yuha 160% SP boost. Very little recharge, but it would be kind of funny with the ISSHIN and Yumachika link. That would be kind of funny. And then you have the innate skills of Sprinter +1, Havoc +20%, Weakening duration -100%, so he's immune to weakening, which is very, very nice. Berserker +50%, Devastation +60%, weakened defense, Marauder, SP boost of 80%, so 120% SP boost. He has Rampage +2, so every single time you get a kill, you get an extra 2% damage, all the way up to an extra 100% damage, which is insane. I believe this is the first Mind Rampage character. That's really, really good. Now we just need the Technique Rampage character, if I'm not mistaken, so hopefully that is for anniversary or end of month June. And then we have the Frenzy +2, Debilitator 5 seconds, Poise, strong attack recharge -12%, and then increased status and chance against heart attribute enemies. So he's going to be exceptionally good in IT, limit break, anything like that. I think Masaki will be a better GQ character, so if you're more of a GQ nut, I think she would be a bit better. ISSHIN is probably going to be better outside of GQ because he's going against mainly, you know, like just always going to be against heart attribute enemies. Unlike in GQ, you're getting up against multiple attributes. And do know he has weakening and last rate on all of his, not weakening, it's burn and last rate on all of his strong attacks, and then weaken and last rate on his soul bomb, which I think is really cool because soul bomb you mainly always want to inflict weakening, and then since he has weakened defense, it's going to be very, very nice. And then his SA2, he has the homing vortex. It's not like Yuha's where it has like the 960, which is like the explosion in front into the vortex. This is just a vortex. It just instantly starts crowd control. No big explosion, which is unfortunate. Still good, but not as ideal as Yuha's. And then I know that his SA1 is like a little lunge and then a full screen SA3, so keep that in mind. And then he is a melee strong attack character, by the way, so he's going to be melee Quincy. So basically butting out Ichibei most likely, but we'll have to see because Ichibei's recharge every single time he gets a kill, the Gauge Rampage, I think is what it's called, is an insanely good skill, to say the least. Now this is the filler, by the way. Not a lot of people are happy with it. Realistically, outside of Yamamoto, none of the characters are usable at all. Basby is a pretty decent link. He has a 12% recharge and a 20% damage when to burn enemies. Jugrim is a 16% damage reduction, I believe, and then a 16% normal attack damage bonus. Uryu is a 12% recharge, and then the 20% full stamina damage, or strong attack damage when at full stamina. Same thing with Orihime, 12% recharge and 20% strong attack damage at full stamina. Oetsu is a 12% recharge and a 12% DR, I think, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. I actually can't remember what the percentages are. And then Renji is a 12% recharge and 16% full stamina. So basically one good character and all links, which is understandably pretty annoying. Yeah, and then obviously basically just every 5 steps you get a guaranteed 5-star, and then at step 25 you get a guaranteed pity ticket, which is nice. Love the pity. Hopefully I don't have to go anywhere near that. But yeah, let's just quickly go over the fillers kits very briefly. But in my opinion, I think it's a good banner to summon on. Is it a must? Absolutely not. I understand if you aren't either that hyped for the characters, or you know, maybe you just don't have enough orb sources to guarantee you getting either, you know, Anniversary Part 1 and Part 2 covered, or you know, maybe you're going for swimsuits, something like that. Fair enough. Like, the time slot for this banner is so unfortunate. I love the characters, I love their skills, and then it's also only a 2-character banner, so you know, it's unfortunate. But if you summon good, I think 5 to 10 steps is fairly reasonable. That's all I will be doing. But yeah, I learned my lesson from the Okiora banner. I learned my lesson. I will stop at 10. But now let's go over the filler. So we have Yamamoto, who was one of the best power characters in the entire game back in the nuking meta, and now he's still good. He has a Quincy killer, a hollow killer, and the strong attack recharge time minus 12%. He has weakening and burn on all of his strong attacks, including his soul bomb. He has a berserker of 40%, bombardment plus 1, damage to weakening and burning enemies plus 40%. He has a debilitator of 5 seconds, frenzy of 1, which isn't terrible but not the greatest. He has marauder, shared complete status immunity plus 100%, and then SP boost of 80%, including weakened defense as well, which is very, very nice. So his soul bomb still does insane damage. Love that soul bomb. And then he has an innate skill of dodge hollow damage. Okay, is there no percentage? Weird. Havoc plus 20%, and then sprinter plus 2. So yeah, not bad, not bad. Just not as meta as he once was, but still a very good pick. I would love to max send him, but yeah, we will have to see. Now going into Basby, they have not updated this, but essentially what he ended up getting is the 20% damage to burn enemies. I believe he got an extra little bit of Berserker, and then I want to say he also got an innate skill of more burn damage, and then I mean, I can actually just check if I just go right here actually. So he got the damage to burning enemies plus 20%. He ended up getting Guard Break. That was another big thing. Damage to burning enemies plus 20%. An extra 10% Berserker. And then he ended up getting the SP boost at 50%. That's what it was. I couldn't remember if he got 15% SP boost or not. But yeah, a pretty solid resurrection. But not an amazing link like the Uryu or, you know, the Orihime. But yeah, now onto the Mr. Jugrim. Alright, so Jugrim, he was 60% damage taken and 60% normal attack damage. He ended up getting Sprinter and Paralysis Resistance, which is not bad. He ended up getting 20% Bruiser, which is pretty good. And then he ended up getting Ignore, Brave Battle, Invincibility. And I believe that was about it. So nothing insane, but he's at least usable in Brave Battles now. But yeah, outside of that, that is essentially all he got, unfortunately, which is yeah, not the best. And then next we have Orihime. She's basically just a link, nothing too crazy. She has a heal SA2 with a barrier. She's really not important for damage. She is literally just a really insane link. That is pretty much it, unfortunately. Yeah. And then we have Uryu, basically the exact same thing. I don't think he got that big of a damage increase. Like, he got DR taken from Soul Reapers. He has Team Party Stamina recovery. He got a bit more Bruiser and Berserker, if I'm not mistaken. And then he ended up getting an extra 20% full stamina, I believe. I actually can't remember exactly. But basically he just got the 16% extra strong attack, or 20% extra strong attack damage at the full stamina. And then we have a wetsuit. Dang, this spinner has a lot of just power and tech. Yeah, so 12% recharge, 12% DR. Wish it was 20% DR, but it is what it is. And then he's basically just a decent booster for the Soul Reaper week if you don't have anybody else. Other than that, he doesn't really have any use. Even as a link, it's not even that great, which is pretty unfortunate, to be honest. And now we actually have a resurrectable character that can actually show up. We have the Renji, who has 12% recharge, 60% damage inflicted at full stamina. He's a Rancor killer. And then when you look at his stats, it's very unimpressive. 20% Berserker, 30% Bruiser, 50% Devastation, only Frenzy of 1, Havoc, Long Reach. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's just a good link outside at the end of the day. That is pretty much it. But yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Yet again, let me know down below if you're actually summoning. I feel as though quite a few of you guys are definitely skipping because of the anniversary coming up, swimsuits, or maybe, you just don't like the filler or the or the characters themselves, you know. I've seen a lot of people say they just don't care for these two characters, which I think is insane. I love these two characters, but either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care, and peace out, and best of luck if you actually end up summoning. Peace.